Today I am here with a kind of an interesting piano. Now, unless you're from London or England or maybe some other part of Europe, you probably haven't heard of this piano brand. This piano is called a Knight piano, and it says over here that it was made in London. Now, from what I've been told, these pianos are actually rather common and popular over in England and that part of the world, but here in the United States, nobody has really heard of a Knight. Another English brand I've played on called a Kemble, I've done a video on that in the past, is also another pretty nice piano that sadly no one has heard of, and also neither Knight or Kemble are still around today. Unfortunately, they simply do not exist. I believe there is one company still left in England making pianos, and which is pretty cool. But so today I'm here with this Knight piano. As you can see, it has a bit of an interesting design here. There's lots of odd little curves on it. If I close this here, you can see that the fallboard is straight, and then it kind of drops down and then curves, which is a kind of an odd little design feature. And then this part here, it curves up into the keys, but it doesn't line up with the other one, so it curves in and then pops back out for this other piece. It's a very interesting design shape, and then we also have a similar curve up here, and it's a very interesting design that makes it look very unique, and the little music desk here also has a similar curved shape to it. And it's a pretty neat piano. One thing I like about it that I've never seen in any other piano is that it has a spring-loaded lid prop. Now normally in a piano, if you want to have the lid open to let more sound out, you open the lid, manually lift up the lid prop, and then set the lid down, and it will hang a little bit open, maybe about this high, and let more sound out. But this one, you don't have to do that. You just open the lid, it pops up, and then there you go. It's a really cool feature, and as you can see, it is spring-loaded. When I let go of it, it returns back to its original spot. And then if you want to close the lid, you can just leave it like that, give it a little push, and then it will close by itself. You'll have to manually close it, but you can just, when you want to open it, it opens. The lid prop comes up by itself, which I think is a really cool design feature. I'm not really sure why no one else has done that, unless Knight invented and patented that, so then no one can use it. But again, it's a nice little design feature, and I really do like it. So since we're talking about the lid and the inside of the piano, let's take a look on the inside. We have this nice little rope trim here, and then also a little decorative piece of wood here as well that probably helps hide like the pin block or something that wouldn't be as pretty as this would. There's a decal here that says "Made in England. This instrument has been specially manufactured for the American climate and is fully guaranteed." And then down here we also have a logo that says Knight, as well as some various British patents that it has received. Now when we look on the inside of the piano, we can see that the piano is in very good condition. It's very clean. There's nothing seems to be wrong with it. One thing I do like is that the dampers here are actually red and green, and so they're kind of like Christmas themed. I've seen that in a couple other pianos, and I like that color scheme. It's very nice. This is a relatively old piano. I believe it's maybe 20 or so years old, so the hammers do have some wear on it, but they're in no need of replacement at any time soon, and the piano still plays absolutely wonderfully. One cool thing about the inside of this piano is it has a practice pedal. So the middle pedal controls this little bar, and what happens is when you push it down, it lowers a strip of felt in front of the hammers, and then what's cool about this is you can actually push the pedal over to the left, and it will lock down and make the piano very quiet. So if you were practicing in a quiet environment, someone was sleeping in the house, you didn't want to wake them up, or you didn't want to bother your neighbors, you could simply lower that down and it would make the piano quieter. It's a very nice feature. So I'm sure by now you're curious about what this piano sounds like, so let me play a little bit on the piano for you. Of course, since this bench goes with the piano, the bench also has a similar aesthetic with those curves that come down and then don't quite line up with the sides of the bench. Instead, they kind of overlap a little bit, and it's a rather interesting feature. And also, like many piano benches, this one also opens up and has storage inside. And even the inside has those same little curved designs with these decorative pieces of wood here that curve down and then meet up with the bottom plate instead of just simply being flat pieces of wood or not existing at all. And then we even have little curved spots in the corners that's commonly seen, but again, it matches that curved aesthetic of the piano. And the legs are also round instead of just being straight. So I'm going to play an original song that I wrote to help test out pianos, and hopefully you enjoy hearing it on this Knight upright piano. just thought I'd give you guys a close-up of the Knight logo because it's a rather interesting design. The letters are all connected at the bottom with a straight line, and it's just a simple block letter font. I just thought I'd show you what that looks like. It's a very simple logo and it looks kind of cool. Again, Knight is very consistent with their design elements. If we look over to the right of the piano, we have a somewhat similar logo that says London, and again, all the letters are connected underneath with a line. So, there you go. And there's also a decal over here that I just noticed. It's actually for a piano shop that sold this piano in Van Nuys, California. So that's kind of cool. It's called The Little Piano Shop. Now, if you're interested in coming and seeing this piano for yourself, I will leave the store's information down in the description down below. So if you're interested in checking out this piano, or even checking out the store in general, you can go look at that link and look at the store's information, and then if you want to, you could come visit the shop for yourself. So hopefully you've enjoyed this interesting Knight piano. You don't see too many of these around. This is the second one that I've seen in the United States. There's probably a few others out there, but this one is actually in very good condition, and it plays very, very well as well. So if you wanted to have a rather unique upright piano in your house, this would be a pretty cool one to choose because it is rather unique. Very subtly so, but it is unique. So hopefully you've enjoyed my video. I've got lots of videos on upright pianos, grand pianos, and everything in between, as well as organs and keyboards and all kinds of cool stuff. So if you want to go check that out, you can, and if you want to subscribe, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.